Sometimes we don't take enough time to just be grateful for what we have in our life. It has really helped me reframe things, helped me reframe negative thoughts and understand why I'm having this kind of perception that's inaccurate. Hey everyone, welcome to the Highest Version Podcast. I'm your host, Randy Philivong, and on this podcast, we talk about falling in love with the process of getting better every day and becoming the highest version of ourselves. Now, today's topic is a topic I'm super excited to get into. And the reason for that is because this is something that really shifted my mindset when I was going through my depression. And what that is practicing gratitude. Now, when I was going through my depression, I was looking at everything in a very pessimistic view. I had a lot of cognitive distortions that were disorienting how I was perceiving the world. Now, cognitive distortions is something that I will get into in another episode, but basically that's what it is, distorting your perception of how you view things from what is actually happening. In other words, it's not accurate. I had this all or nothing mentality where I looked at everything as either all good or all bad. Like if I was thinking everything was bad at that time, I didn't realize the things that were good in my life or positive. For example, when I was going through my depression, I was like, oh, well, no one wants to be my friend. No one wants to support me. I'm just a burden to everyone. So why is this life worth living, right? And as you know, as I'm saying it out loud and probably how you're hearing it, you know that's not true. There's plenty of things that we can be positive for in our life, like our family, our loved ones, our pet, or even even to the smallest things like coffee or the pen or even the mic or even the headphones that you're listening to this podcast with. And practicing gratitude really helped me get away from my cognitive distortions. This is something that I've learned through my cognitive behavioral therapy, and it has really helped me reframe things, helped me reframe negative thoughts and understand why I'm having this kind of perception that's inaccurate. With practicing gratitude, that shifted my mindset because it gave me hope. It helped me realize that my life is worth living. At that time, I was at college and thinking everything was going. And honestly, I forgot about, my family and, how much I meant to them. And even my friends back at home or at different colleges or stuff like that, I forgot about them too, who when I told them I was going through depression, genuinely cared about me and supported me. And I didn't think about them when, again, I was having this all or nothing mentality because I was going through my depression. Realizing the positives that you have in your life gives me a sense of light, gives me a sense of hope that, oh wait, there's not everything in my life is bad. I just think it is because of the state of mind that I'm in currently and the thoughts that are cycling through my head. And unfortunately, at that time, the majority of it was negative. With gratitude, it helps us highlight the positive things that are in our life, from a macro level, which is our family and our partner and, the food that's on the table. And like I said before, to a micro level, to the headphones that you're using to listen to. If you didn't have that, you'd be listening to this, out in the world, or you couldn't tune any people out to focus on, what we're talking about right now. And even like the pencil that you write with, the ability to see, to write, to touch, to feel. I just think there's these things that we forget to be grateful for. With gratitude, it helps us not take things for granted. There's a lot of things we could take for granted because we are just on autopilot routine and, going to work, coming back, cooking dinner, that kind of stuff. And that's okay. It's understandable, but sometimes we don't take enough time to just be grateful for what we have in our life. And that's why it's so important for me in my journaling, to start off with 3 things I'm grateful for. And I try not to do the same thing every day just because, we have the not stereotypical, but the things we can name off the bat. Like I've talked about so much in this episode, family, loved ones, and stuff like that. Think about the smallest of things that if you didn't have would bring disruption to your day or like you would miss it, right? Think about that real quick. The reason why I value it so much in my journaling is it starts off my day with positivity and helps me realize to be present. There's a reason why it's called present, right? It's a gift. It's a gift to be in this life. And honestly, it really helps me to be where my feet is. When I'm on this journey of content creation and, trying to balance a 9-to-5 job as well as this, it's, I'm always on the go. I'm always grinding, right? And always want more. I feel like we're in a society where we always want more, more money, more fame, more success. we just need to take some time to understand what we have around us, what's in front of us. Because if we're just so focused on what we don't have, then we're going to regret not being grateful for the things that we do have now. And the last thing that I want you guys to feel is, to have that feeling of regret for not appreciating something that you have. I feel like, that saying of you don't know what's good until it's gone, right? But there are things in life, if they were to, leave our life or be out of it, we would realize its true value and then we would regret it. That's something I don't want you guys to be in that position. I don't want you to regret things in your life. I don't want you to regret not telling someone how much you appreciate them or how grateful you are for them, because I've been in that position before and it's not a fun feeling. That's why I take the time today and every day to, tell people how much I'm grateful for them, appreciate them, text them, let them know like how much love I have for them. There's just a lot of things I can go on and on about things that I'm grateful for and that I've taken the time to really understand. If I didn't have it, it would bring a lot of disruption in my life here. So here's what I want you guys to do. I want you guys to start your day off with gratitude, right? Write down 3 quick things that you're grateful for every morning. Write it down on a piece of paper, write it down in your notes, however you want to do it, right? Just start off your day with positivity and appreciation, right? That's going to set a different mindset for your brain versus like, I have this amount of emails to do, or check this paper, do this work, etc., right? And the other thing that I'm actually going to challenge you on doing is reaching out to those who you are grateful for or that you appreciate. This is something I did during my time with therapy too, is that I would send some of my friends appreciation letters and letting them know how much I love them, how much I care for them, and what they do for me. When I did it, my experience was that it felt good to tell that person, how much I appreciate them. And I also don't want you to run into a situation where, life can be unpredictable. If that person were to, not be in your life anymore, whether that's, through passing or, they decide to move somewhere else or whatever it is, that you didn't tell them how much you appreciate them, or you only have that, one moment with them and that's it. Yeah, I just think doing that appreciation and showing or telling someone about how much you appreciate them for what they did for you, I think goes a long way, not only for that person, right? Because you never know what people are going through. That person may feel like they have low self-worth. And for yourself, it gives you that kind of positivity and realizing like, hey, this person has done this for me and I'm super appreciative of it. I'm always going to think of them at that point. Thank you guys so much for your support and listening on this podcast, taking time out of your day to listen in about mental health, personal development. If you do like this podcast, please leave a review, comment, subscribe, anything that you can do to share this podcast, because we can keep expanding our knowledge, keep expanding the community, and make an impact on others in a positive way. So let's fall in love with the process of getting better every day and becoming the highest version of ourselves. Love you guys.